Attention please. This upload is only for educational purpose. No intention to infringe copyrights. Learning English with subtitles. GPITRAL. GPITRAL. Definitely a must-see. Follow us.
Can anybody else sense or feel anything?
I think the place was run by two elderly sisters, I think.
It was.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. And
Okay,
their name was Spires. As far as I can remember, I mean, we've been here about 40 years, and from what I can remember it as a working cafe.
Right.
And I can always remember the smell of scones and that sort of thing, and I'm sure it was the Spires that had it at that time.
Yeah.
Ian, do you know why she comes in here? Because I'm sure this room has been added onto the house.
I feel that she would walk from there into here, and I felt that there would have been some a staircase or something down here. So I felt that there would have been at some point an open doorway. So if we go upstairs from here, is that okay?
Okay. Okay, it's a bit steep, everybody.
The final location is the attic. Of all the places in the house, this is the one where Toya has felt the most threatened. It's something that Ian picks up on even as he makes his way up to the room.
All the way up the stairs, even in the house, I felt almost like a tightening around my throat area. So I do feel, once again, I don't want to upset you, but I do feel at some point somebody would have either hung themselves as a suicide.
I'm aware of it, yeah.
Okay, or there would have been several hangings.
Yeah, I think it's very possible public executions happened here.
Right, okay.
It was a judge's house, yeah.
Okay, and it's almost like he got off on the fact that there was executions here. Ruler, how are you feeling?
Weak. Right, I'm going to have to sit down. Jump to hold them, Peter.
Okay, right.
Okay, is the room spinning at all, Ruler?
Yes.
Okay, bear with me, just stand back from Ruler slightly, please, and come to me. I've got a gentleman's energy with me. His head's spinning, but I don't mean literally, it's almost like inside his head. A lot of confusion, a lot of...
Shouting, lots of shouting going on. There's shouting going on.
What's he shouting?
Jeering, shouting, cruelty, laughing.
Ruler, is it someone who isn't very intelligent who's being jibed?
His tongue is hanging out.
His tongue is hanging out.
It's got a rope round his neck. No, fuck. No, it's hanging.
Do you know what he's done?
Wants revenge, that wants punishment, that wants... There's no compassion, there's no... He has no friends there, that's for certain. People are going now, empty square, he's just hanging. Completely silent, completely still now.
So the people and the laughter's now disappeared. They've all left.
Yeah.
So the execution is now...
And it's sunset. What a beautiful sunset.
It's really funny because there's this man running around who, if he was in our day, he would be in a mental institute.
He was the proverbial village idiot, and he would have been the result of incest.
Who's Samson? Samson? Would anybody know Samson Ricketts?
No.
I feel this man would have gone mad, like mentally ill.
As Ian puts a name to the spirit he is sensing, the whole group start to feel a change in the atmosphere.
How are you feeling, guys?
No, I'm okay.
Anybody else how? You feel odd?
It's getting warmer.
Okay. Ruth,
Yeah.
you okay now?
I feel very sick. Terribly sick.
Yeah, I do. There's just an uneasiness.
Yeah,
There's-
it's
I
terrible.
keep getting this sweet taste up into my mouth.
Yeah.
That just can't explain it.
It's an incredibly sad presence. And out of everything in the rest of the house, this is the one place that really needs cleansing.
Yes.
Because I think what was done to him was unforgivable.
He's very angry with us being here, actually. It's almost
Yeah,
like he
doesn't
feels
like it.
we're ridiculing him.
Yeah, he doesn't like it.
And I don't think we should stay up here too long.
He's just watching us and shouting and saying we're laughing at him.
That's what the crowd was doing. They were laughing at him.
He's saying, I need help. But he's just, the village has just gone against him. He's just gone mad. Do you feel comfortable in here, Toya?
When I come in here, I talk to the presence.
Yes.
Because it's a very powerful one. And it pushes you. It's not a place I'd want to spend a lot of time up here, but I just feel an immense responsibility because in a modern world we could do something to put him to peace.
Yes.
But do I feel the anger now? No, I just feel an incredible sense of loss and sadness.
Shall we do that? Do you want to put him...
I would love to.
He needs
Yes,
compassion, he
let's.
needs understanding.
Shall we do that?
And he
Yeah.
needs release.
Are you happy for us to do that?
Do it.
If we all hold hands in a circle, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, just take deep
Really
breaths.
sick.
Really, really sick.
Okay, if we just close our eyes for a split second. We ask our guides, inspirers and loved ones to step forward to give us love, light and protection. I ask for the brightest light to step forward and circle each and every one of us within this séance.
He's got my arm.
Okay. Are you all right with that?
Yeah, he's fine. He's just really gripping.
Sorry. Oh,
What happened then?
I don't know.
Did you
He's
fall?
really
I wasn't
gripping.
with you. I wasn't with you. There was a trap.
Okay, it's all
A
right.
trap.
It's all right.
Hard floor.
It's
There's a
okay.
trap.
Right.
Or a hole.
So you went through a trap door.
Well, I don't know. I felt myself falling, and I wasn't. Sorry, guys. I wasn't here. Sorry.
Laughing at
I
him.
wasn't here. I wasn't here for a split second. Sorry.
It's all right.
I just closed my eyes and that was it.
Okay.
That was. Okay.
We ask for that bright light to step forward and circle each and every one of us here. Samuel, we ask of you to step forward where we can help you. Are you okay?
You okay, Mark?
Okay, Mark, just let him talk, Mark, if he wants to talk. Just if it's your own thoughts, just speak out. Deep breaths, Mark. Deep breaths. So, okay, Mark, really deep breaths, strong deep breaths. Just breathe with it. Breathe with it. Don't let him fight you, just breathe with it and speak. Step forward, friend. Step forward from Mark and speak. Okay, breathe with it, Mark. Still hear my voice. It's okay. Everyone stay strong. What's he want to say, Mark?
Nothing, no.
It's okay, Toy, keep asking the questions because it's your house, Amelie.
Mark? He's saying don't do it. Don't do what?
I don't know. He's not here now. It's not in me now. He's not in my head. I wouldn't let him come through me.
Can we not tell him he's safe now?
Yes, we can do it now. Samuel, we know you're here. We can help. Each and every one of us has sensed you around us, and we ask of you to stay within this circle. We ask of you to take the rope from round your neck and stand up strong. As the people and the laughter stops, and as you look again, you see a strong, bright light. I want you to walk forward towards that light. Your friends, your loved ones, your ancestors will be there to greet you on the other side. That doorway is now open for you to step forward. Okay, that was great. Okay, everyone can drop hands.
Ian feels the spirit leave. It's the only one that Toyah wanted to release, and they all felt the tension of its presence and the relief when it went.
It really does affect you physically. And it was definitely affecting Mark, because you were standing next to me, I was holding your hand, and my hand was going like this because you were shaking so much.
I could feel him with me or inside, and I was trying to talk, but I just couldn't. I felt like my tongue was swelling right in the back of my throat.
He was in a situation he could not talk his way out of. And I think he could think it. He could think this is wrong, but he couldn't articulate it.
I was trying to say, don't do this to me, but I just couldn't get the words out at all.
My legs just were gone. I just didn't have any legs. So it felt like I'd actually gone through the floor. You know, I felt like the floor wasn't there all of a sudden. If it's only the girls either side of me, it would have stopped me, you know, literally, you know, ended up on the floor. Hopefully
we've let that lad go to a better world this time.
The end of a long night, then. Coming up, Toyah uncovers the history to back up Ruler's visions.
During the plague, the townspeople put the children in the cellars thinking they wouldn't catch the plague. It's highly likely that some got left there and couldn't cope. It's a bit of a low door.
A night of ghost hunting with friends and neighbours at Toyah Wilcox's Pershore home has left the whole group feeling they made contact with a number of spirits in the rooms in the house.
Really gripping.
It's a trap.
Grinding.
Marks of blood on their faces.
1 week later, a revisit finds Toyah in a positive frame of mind.
When Ian and all my friends left after the séance, part of me felt, well, thanks, mates. You know, it's 1 in the morning and I'm here on my own. But funny enough, it was okay. The house was very peaceful. It was very warm, which was a new thing because normally that house is quite cold.
And after the group left, Toyah made some interesting connections which she feels backs up a lot of what happened during that night.
Most of the people I've talked to in the town have always known that there has been a suicide in that attic. My husband was forever telling me that I was paranoid because I've always talked about a fear of a noose around my neck. And he said, why do you go on about this? What's the problem? You know, this is silly, you're being hysterical. After Ian left, a historian in the town contacted me and said that someone committed suicide up there by hanging themselves. I've since talked to my husband and he said he won't go up in the attic.
And what of the children that Ruler sensed in the basement?
You okay?
There's something terribly sad happening here. Nothing to do with children.
There's children here.
The cellar has a lot of presence, but that's because that cellar is the oldest part of the house. It's had centuries and centuries and generations of people move through it. But when Ruler put her hand on the wall and said, I see naked children and they're suffering, I thought, oh, that's rubbish. Nothing bad has happened in this cellar. But when Ian left the house the next day, a woman from the town came to me and said, did you know that during the plague, the townspeople put the children in the cellars thinking they wouldn't catch the plague? So, of course, if children were down there and adults were dying from the plague, it's highly likely that some got left there and couldn't cope. The first thing I did was phone Ruler and told her she was right, because Ruler needed some affirmation as to why she felt as badly as she did, and she took days to recover from that. And I wanted her to know that it was her sensitivity that brought the story to her, not her imagination. And she says it's changed her life.
A life-affirming result for Ruler then, and Toyah has no reservations about letting Ian remove only one spirit from the attic.
I'd say that there's still a bit of activity going on, but after the séance, the house was very quiet. The doors didn't open into the bedroom. The usual footsteps around the bed didn't happen. And funny enough, I wasn't very paranoid about it either. I felt quite peaceful. So it was okay.